Shanghai as a whole is amazing, fast-paced, modern, huge city. Like we used to say quite often, the best thing about Shanghai is 23 million people live there. You know, the best thing about Australia is only 23 million people. Like, it's a real contrast to what we're used to. So there was always something happening. So yeah, you start to look around and you go to places that are unknown and you start to really see the city. And it's always fast-paced and it's always, you know, moving crazy, and there's always something just bizarre happening that we've never seen before. I can tell you though why I don't include people in the photos. One is that there's not a lot of people that actually want their photo taken. I was quite careful to make sure I always asked, and usually you got told no. But also I'm not a portrait photographer, and my own personal taste is, if I don't have a connection to somebody that's in a picture on a wall, then I'm not going to have it on my wall. So that was basically where my rule was. It was partly, you know, it wasn't welcome, and partly just it's not my taste. My photography started, I guess, like anyone who goes to Shanghai, whether you're a photographer or not, when you go, you want to take photos of the highlight, you know, postcard places. And for me, living there for an extended period of time, I really wanted to show my family and friends back home where we were living and what the life was that we were living there and what our experiences were. So that sort of pushed me to go to the lesser known places, the back streets, you know, the places that weren't in the Learning Planet or in a tour guide. And, you know, just found this really urban, gritty, you know, metropolis inside the beautiful, big, modern metropolis. So that was what inspired me to take these photos and come home and show everybody this work. Initially I thought all I could visualise was everything being on campus. And that had pros and cons for me anyway, and I decided to do a test print. And when my test print came back, when I got the package in the mail, I was really excited, and I opened the package and it was awful. I was really upset and disappointed, so I started to have a mild heart attack thinking, what am I going to do? And then I just looked at other options, and the printing place I go to recommended a couple of different papers, and when I went and had a look at them, this one really stood out to me. And for me, again, completely my personal taste, but I don't particularly like something in a frame behind glass. You know, I think everyone's always done framing. I think it's a little bit old-fashioned, depending on the frame. Not everybody likes the frame that I like. And also, these days I don't know that everybody wants to go and put screws in their walls. So that was how I started to look for alternatives, and the method that I use is very light, so it doesn't need to have a screw in the wall, and I think it's come up really well. There's texture in the shots that you definitely can't see on canvas and struggle to see on the screen, so it's nice to see how much pops out of the image in this printing.